What if I told you that these companies are all lying to you for capital gain? No, they're not lying. You're just trying to deny the fact that you are African. Hold on. Wait a minute. I'm going to show you the science behind DNA testing, and I'm going to show you how they all purposely lying on you, all for the capital gain. Let's go. First off, what is DNA? Deoxyribonucleic acid, DNA, is a molecule that contains genetic information and instructions for protein synthesis. It is found in most cells of every organism, and this is what DNA looks like, of course. Now, what is an allele? An allele is a variant form of a gene that occurs at a specific location on a chromosome, and this is where it's located. It's basically the little lines that's between the DNA molecule. That's what you call an allele. And basically, these little alleles represent a particular letter, such as G, C, A, and T. That is combined as a SNP. All right, now we're going somewhere, right? Just have to break this little thing down. So what is a SNP? SNPs, pronounced SNPs, are common and shared genetic variants at specific sites in DNA. Our DNA may contain as many as 10 million SNPs, of which 3 million or more are likely to differ between any two unrelated individuals. So how many SNPs do a human being possess? Let's find out. SNPs occur normally throughout a person's DNA. They occur almost once in every 1,000 nucleotides on average, which means there are roughly 4 to 5 million SNPs in a person's genome. There's variations occur in many individuals to be classified as a SNP. A variant is found in at least 1% of the population. Scientists have found more than 600 million SNPs in populations around the world. So to be fair, for what we just learned, that a human genome may contain up to 10 million and up to 5 million SNPs, right? So how many SNPs do a genetic scientist calculate and compare to other individuals to determine your ethnicity? Let's find out. Single nucleotide polymorphous SNPs are common genetic variants in DNA. Ancestry DNA tests analyze about 700,000 SNPs to estimate ethnicity. Some DNA tests can genotype around 640,000 SNPs. Wait a minute. Wait. So you telling me a human being can have up to 10 million SNPs in his genome, and these DNA testing companies is only testing about 700,000 SNPs to get the estimation of your ethnicity? Sounds like somebody been lying about your DNA here. That's like 1%. Did you know there was only one test conducted to prove that an individual is an African based off DNA tests? Observe, and you'll be the judge of this. Methods. Using data from the 1000 Genome Project, highly informative SNPs markers from 5 African subpopulations were selected based on estimates on informativeness, IN, and compared against the European populations to generate a final set of 46,737 African ancestry informative markers, which is called AIMS. The AIMS identified were validated using an independent set and functionally annotated using tools like SIF, Polyphene, and they were also investigated for representation of commonly used SNPs arrays, right? Now let's look at the results of this and how they came up with their calculations. And again, you be the judge. The set of African AIMS effectively separates population of African ancestry from other global populations and further identities structure between populations of African ancestry. When a subset of these AIMS were studied in an independent data set, they differentiated people who self-identify as African Americans or Black from whom
from those who identify their ancestry as primarily European. So they separated them. Watch this next part. Most of the Ames were found to be in their intergenic and intronic regions, with only 0.6% in the coding regions of the genome. Most of the commonly used SNP arrays investigated contain less than 10% of the Ames. What does that tell you?
Family, they're literally telling you you are less than 1% of an African. Less than 1%. But yet, on Ancestry.com, they keep giving you 80%, 35%, 50%, all this shit, and they just told you that you are less than 1% based off the genetic testing of these SNPs. Or rest my case. These DNA companies are lying to you. End of discussion.